Sairam students, welcome back. Today we are going to learn Geography 6th chapter, Importance of Ocean, part 3. But before that, let's take a short recap what we had learned in our previous session. We had learned nearness to the sea, continentality and temperature, then pressure belts and winds, ocean currents, water cycle, ocean and resources, and today we are going to learn oceanic transport. Now what is oceanic transport? The transport done for the passengers or for the goods by waterway is known as oceanic transport. So let's see. Oceans have provided us the most economic option of transportation. Large-scale transport of goods is carried out with the help of ships, trawlers, boats, etc. So students, large-scale transport of goods is carried out with the help of ships, trawlers, boats, etc. And ocean have provided us the most economic options of transportation. Okay. Now the next. What is this? This is a picture of ship. So this is a water transport. Okay. Next, international trade is carried out on a large scale using waterways. Countries like Spain, Norway, Japan have a good coastline. Due to goods transport by ocean routes, these countries have gained importance. So students, countries like Spain, Norway, Japan have a good coastline. So, international trade is carried out on a large scale using waterways. Due to good transport by ocean routes, these countries have gained importance. Okay. Next, ocean currents are quite important in water transport. As far as possible, water transport is carried out along ocean currents. They accelerate the speed of ships and also save fuel to a considerable extent. So students, as far as possible, water transport is carried out along with ocean currents because ocean currents are quite important in water transport and they accelerate the speed of ship. This means accelerate means increase the speed of ship, or you can say begin to move more easily. Okay, the speed of ships and also save fuel to a considerable extent. Okay, now the next, water transport is conducted on a much higher scale as compared to other modes of transport. Hence, for transport of bulky materials like coal, crude oil, raw materials, metallic minerals, food grains, etc., water transport is given preference. Okay, this means students, for transport of bulky materials like coal, crude oil, raw materials, then metallic minerals, food grains, etc., water transport is given preference because water transport is conducted on a much higher scale as compared to other modes of transport. Okay. Next, issues related to oceans. We will see what are the problems, means issues related to the ocean. About 70.8% of the surface of the earth is occupied by water. In order to fulfill his requirements, man undertakes many activities. So students, in order to fulfill the requirements, man undertake many activities because about 70.8% of the surface of the earth is occupied by water. Okay, now the next. This lead to the production of huge amounts of different types of waste. This waste materials cause pollution. Pollution of oceanic waters is a major and serious issue that has developed in recent times. So students, waste material cause pollution because this lead to the production of huge amount of different types of waste, and pollution of oceanic water is a major and serious issue that have developed in recent time. Okay, now the next. So students, recent problems faced because of the pollution are: first, oil spills; second, releasing the waste produced in the coastal cities into the seas; third, materials thrown out from ships; fourth, exploitative fishing. Now, first issue is oil spills. An oil spill is the release of liquid petroleum hydrocarbon into the environment, especially the marine ecosystem, due to the human activity, and is a form of pollution. The terms is usually given to marine of spills, where oil is released into the ocean or coastal waters. But spills may also occur on land. Oil spill may be due to releases of crude oil from tankers, then offshore platforms, drilling rigs and wells, as well as spills of refined petroleum products such as gasoline, diesel, and thereby products heavier fuels used by large ships such as bunker fuels, or the spill of any oily refuse of waste oil. Okay, so I think so you have understood what is oil spills. Now we will see the next one, releasing the waste produced in the coastal cities into the seas. This means marine pollution occurs when harmful effects result from the entry into the ocean of the chemicals. Okay, now our third point is materials thrown out from the ships. Students, waste and garbage generated on board ships which contribute to marine pollution comprise of chiefly plastics, then dunnage and packing materials, then cleaning materials and rugs, paper products, then food waste or remains of paints, then solvent and chemicals. So all those things should be properly handled and they should be not thrown in the ocean. Okay, so it creates pollution in the ocean or marine pollution. Okay, the next point, fourth point, is exploitative fishing. Now, exploitative fishing means overfishing occurs when more fish is caught than the population can replace through natural reproduction. With over 75% of all exploited fish stocks worldwide, we are exhausting the fish and edible marine life forms that are eaten faster than their populations can regenerate. Okay. Students, now the next fifth point, cutting of mangrove forest in coastal areas. Sixth is disasters caused by the water mines. Seventh, sewage released by industries and cities. 8. Excavations carried out in the seas. So, mangrove forest. A mangrove is a shrub or small tree that grows in coastal saline or brackish water. The term is also used for tropical coastal vegetation consisting of such species. Okay. Then mangrove are salt tolerant trees and are adapted to life in harsh coastal conditions. They contain a complex salt filtration system and complex root system to cope with salt water immersion and wave action. Okay, so they are adapted to the low oxygen conditions of waterlogged mud. Okay, and students, the wood of mangrove tree is light and oily. It lasts longer. It is used as fuel and also for shipbuilding. The mangrove forest protects coastal areas from huge waves. This forest also protect the biodiversity in the coastal areas. If these forests are located near coastal towns, they are called the lungs of these towns. Okay. Now next is sixth, disasters caused by the water mines. The water mines lead to large scale pollution of oceanic waters, which also affects the fish and also kills the fish. Next is seventh, sewage released by industries and cities. So students, what happens when this sewage is released by industries and cities in the ocean or in the water? Bacteria use up oxygen in the water as they decompose the organic materials in the wastewater, and the resulting lack of oxygen in the water kills the fish. The solid in sewage cause the water to appear dark, which also affects the ability of fish to breathe and see around them. Okay. Now the next is 8, excavations carried out in the seas. Students, now the excavation carried out in the seas is a major and serious issue that has developed in the recent time. Okay. Now the next is, this is a picture of oil spills. This is a picture of sewage being released into the sea. Next point is, all the things listed above lead to large scale pollution of oceanic waters. Some coastal regions are proving to be death trap for aquatic animals. As a result, many aquatic animals are under the threat of being extinct. Example, the blue whale, some types of sea turtle, dolphin, etc. This means, students, whatever now the points we have discussed, all the things listed above lead to large scale pollution of oceanic water, and some coastal regions are proving to be death trap for aquatic animals, and because of which many aquatic animals are under the threat of being extinct. And examples are the blue whale, then some types of sea turtles, dolphins, etc. Okay. Now what we have learned today? We have learned oceanic transport, issues related to oceans. Okay. Now we will do activity. Answer the following questions in one sentence each. First question, name the country that has a good coastline. First, Nepal. Second, Bhutan. Third, Japan. And your answer will be third, Japan. Name the country that has a good coastline. Answer is Japan. Okay, that's all for today. Sai Ram. Thank you.